All right, guys, today I'm gonna take you through my favorite upper body session, okay? This works incredible to build an amazing physique. I'm gonna go through each exercise and really why we're training the way we are. Now, recently, I got crazy lean. I cut down to 167, and now we've been increasing calories, refilling, carbing up. I'm 172, and so let's jump into the training session. So the first movement today is gonna be an incline press. I've really been enjoying machines lately. I'm enjoying the machine presses. You don't have to worry about holding the dumbbells. You can just push really hard, and it's been very, very fun. So the way I train is I build up to a heavy set of 6 to 8 reps, okay? And so on this machine, I felt very, very strong. So, we started off with a couple plates and then just doing 5 reps, adding weight, 5 reps. We do not want to create fatigue when we get to that first heavy money set. So we're actually going pretty heavy today. I'm gonna try and do 5 plates. That's a lot. Even like when I was much heavier, 10 pounds heavier, the most I ever did was like 5 plates. So if we can move this, that is an amazing sign that yes, we got a lot leaner, but we kept all of the muscle. So we're gonna go for 5 plates. Woo. There we go. Haven't lost any strength. I felt really good on the 5 plates. So now we're gonna take full rest, okay? We're gonna take full rest, 3-4 minutes. I'm gonna drop the weight. So we're going from 5 plates down to 4. And this time, we're gonna go for a couple more reps. So we'll go for, closer to 8 to 10 reps for the second set.
Damn.
Whew, that was good. And I've been feeling crazy strong today. The last few days, I was eating over 3,000 calories. I was filling up, trying to increase the glycogen, increase some water weight. And so now we're gonna do 1 more set. So 3 sets total here. We're gonna drop the weight a little bit. So do 3 1/4 and same thing, 10, 12 reps. So the idea is to leave just 1 rep in the tank, and that's how you get the greatest muscle building stimulus without disrupting your strength for the rest of the workout. So I make my best gains, really trying to keep 1 in the tank. Sometimes I will finish that last rep and I'll have nothing left, but that is not what I'm going for. I'm trying to keep 1 rep in the tank. After 3 intense sets of chest, we've got an amazing growth stimulus. If we go do more sets, we're already fatigued. We've already maxed out motor unit recruitment, so we're just digging a hole. I just like 3 hard sets, right? My next upper body workout, I'll probably do some shoulder press. I'll throw some flies, so I hit the chest twice a week, but 3 sets on chest is perfect. So now we're gonna go into some bicep training, okay? We're gonna be doing the dumbbell Scott curl. Now the benefit of doing this bicep curl is that you get the best bicep activation from the first half of the movement right here. As you come to the top, you're hitting the brachialis a lot more. So if you really want to overload and build the biceps, it's really this movement that's going to give you the best bang for your buck. Same thing if you're doing chin-ups, right? The biceps really kick at the top, so that's gonna be more brachialis. If you do a spider curl, same thing. It's harder at the top, so you're building more brachialis. But if you want to overload the biceps, the Scott curl right up here is perfect. So we're gonna start with a couple warm sets, right? And then the heavy set, we're going up to 50s. 50s is heavy. We hit the 50s, we're gonna take a few minutes rest, go down to 45s, get a couple more reps, and then we will be finishing off with 1 set of 40s. But for fun, I'm gonna show you a new variation that you can throw into your routine that I've been really loving. It's if you sit backwards on the Scott curl, you get your arms pinned and you can really crush the biceps. This feels awesome, okay? So this workout, we're doing 3 sets on the incline press, we're doing 3 sets reverse pyramid, right, on the biceps. And every session, right, the goal is to come back and either add 1 rep or increase weight. Every single session, that's how we create growth, by hitting PRs. So every single workout is designed to hit these PRs. Now, next, we're gonna be doing a little bit of triceps, right? Some tricep push down. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple warm sets. And here, we're just doing 2 heavy sets. We're gonna do 1 set, 6 to 8, rest a few minutes, go down in weight, 1 second set. Okay, I like just doing 2 sets here, okay? 2 sets of the tricep. That's all you need to really create that growth stimulus, okay? Because the next upper body workout, we'll be doing some shoulder presses. We're still gonna be hitting the pushing muscles. We'll hit the triceps. So just 2 sets here is perfect. And now, right, to really build a balanced physique, we're gonna be throwing in the cable row, right? We're gonna do a high elbow cable row. This is gonna really build the mid back. It's gonna hit the traps as well. My next upper body day, we'll do some lat pull down or weighted pull ups. So you get vertical, horizontal pulling. And this really builds an amazing, amazing physique. So one more set, same thing, 2 sets here. When you go heavy, 200 pounds, for 6 to 8. Then we're gonna full rest, drop the weight, do a second set. And that's beautiful. So for this training session, right, the first couple movements, we're doing 3 sets, okay? Then the next 3 movements, we're just doing 2 sets, okay? So if you do the math, we're doing 12 sets total. In my entire training career, the most I can handle in a workout session is 12 working sets, okay? 12 working sets close to failure with high intensity is the most I can handle. If I go beyond that, if I do 13, 14, 15, for me, I actually see less gains. It's harder for me to come back stronger and hit PRs. And if I'm cutting, right, I might even go down to 10, right? I might even go down to 10 working sets. You can do 15 sets. I prefer 12. But if you're doing like 16, 18, 20 sets in a workout, you're doing garbage training. Most of you guys aren't pushing hard enough, okay? You're doing a set and 1, you still have a few reps left. And if you stop when you can do 4 more reps with a gun to your head, you have not hit the muscle building stimulus. So a lot of people in the gym, if you look around at everyone in the gym, most people, they're just flirting with the weights and they're not getting to the muscle building zone. You have to train really hard to get really close to failure, and that's where the growth comes from. So 12 amazing hard-hitting sets is better than doing 30 half-ass sets, which is what most people do. And secondly, right, when you take short rest periods, when you're hitting 3 sets on chest, right, when you just do way too much volume and you create way too much fatigue, once the muscle's fatigued, you cannot recruit a high amount of muscle fibers. In order to build muscle, especially when you're past the beginner stage, as an advanced lifter, as even an intermediate lifter, in order to build muscle, you have to get high motor unit recruitment. So if your chest is fatigued, right, if you start off at 100-pound dumbbells and now you can barely lift the 60s, you are not creating a muscle building stimulus. So most people create so much fatigue and it doesn't work. So now, right, we're finishing off with 1 exercise. What are we finishing off with? Of course, we're gonna do some lateral raises, right? So we're gonna do the incline bench lateral raises. I find this awesome. We're gonna start with 40 pounds. I skipped a warm-up set because I felt pretty warm. And just same thing, 40s for 8 to 10. Gonna rest a few minutes, and then we're gonna be going and doing like 10 to 12 with 35s. And so, in the past, I've done more rest pause on lateral raises, rear delts, where I do, 15 reps, rest 10 seconds, 5, rest 10 seconds, 5, rest 10 seconds, 5. I find like it doesn't really matter. I find you might get slightly better gains doing it reverse pyramid style, just going heavy for 8 to 10, full rest, doing a little bit lighter, 10 to 12. So I've kind of moved away from doing the rest pause and more just hitting reverse pyramid on everything. I don't think I can beat the reverse pyramid. Like the reverse pyramid, whether it's 2 sets or 3 sets, heavy, full rest, a little bit lighter, full rest, a little bit lighter, nothing beats that in my experience, And so we just did 2 sets here. Now, as I was leaving the gym, I saw this amazing little machine. So for fun, I'm like, hey, let's do 1 set here. And I actually maxed out the weight and I hit like 20 reps on this machine with the max weight. So our shoulders are very strong. Normally, like if I have a little rest day and I'm gonna go do some incline walking or just do some stretching, I'll do a little abs sometimes on a rest day, but I want to show you what I do for abs. The abs, right, are a muscle like anything else. If you want to build your biceps, it's the exact same when you want to build your abs. So most people in the gym, they're doing 4 different ab exercises, tons and tons of reps, right? And so the way to actually develop the abs is 1, you have to be very lean for them to show, but it's you just get strong, right? So find an exercise and focus on getting strong. You can do 2 or 3 sets, right? 8 to 12 reps for abs and just focus on adding weight and getting strong. So I like this ab machine at the gym, right? It's awesome, right? It just creates, what are we doing with the abs, right? It's literally just trunk flexion, right? You don't need 5 different movements of trunk flexion, okay? So we just did a couple warm-up sets here, and then we're just doing 2 heavy sets, right? 10 to 12 reps. And that's all you really need to do for abs. If you want to build the abs, you can do that once a week and get good results. If you want to get insane results, you can train your abs twice a week and do 2 working sets twice a week, and you will get like pretty much the maximum amount of muscle growth for the abs doing that. But you have to be lean. So that's all you need to do. If you want to mix it up and do some hanging weighted knee raises, right, then that's really, really good, right, to also build the abs. But a great ab machine is amazing. And you guys have seen me in the past doing more free weights, okay? It doesn't matter if you want to do dumbbells, barbell, or machines. It doesn't matter. What creates growth is pushing close to failure and building progressive overload, adding weight over time. As long as you're doing that on, key movements, you will build muscle. Whether you want to use dumbbells, barbells, machines, doesn't matter. Me right now at 34, I enjoy machines. When I go to the gym and I have to go and grab 110-pound dumbbells, load them up, put them back, grab 100s, and I've already been doing that for 15 years, it's like, oh, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Whereas now at 34, I get so much more excited to train with machines. So I just love going to the gym. Like, I can't wait, especially with the machine training. So if you enjoy training with machines more, absolutely fine. Do that. If you want to use dumbbell, amazing. But, if you hit a plateau on a lift, it's nice to be able to go from machine to dumbbell or dumbbell to barbell. It's nice to have different tools in your pocket, but give me a beautiful, good incline machine, shoulder press machine that feels good. Like that, I have the most confidence at progressive overloading on a machine. And furthermore, the main thing, right? The most important thing, especially when a lifelong lifter is past 30, the most important thing is you don't get injured. And in my 20s, there were some sets I did with dumbbells or even barbells, no spotter, where I was pushing it really close to failure. And it was like, I was playing with fire, right? And so at 34, I don't want to mess with that anymore, okay? I want to and this is also why I keep him 1 rep in the tank. He's really good for better gains, but also reducing the risk of injury. Then when you're grinding it out and your form deteriorates, right? That's the workout, okay? That was an incredible workout. I'm gonna train my upper body, so that's one upper body workout. I'm gonna hit upper body twice a week, so I have one other upper body workout I'll do each week, and then some leg training. I'll do some walking. I'll hit 10, 12K steps a day, and that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and as a man, you gotta keep your free T levels up. When free T is ripping, lifting weights, pushing yourself feels incredible. And for people that subscribe to the Kinomojo, you get the whole workout program I'm doing right now. You get the whole workout system, my nutrition plan, everything you need to know to transform included, right? So you wanna keep free T levels up. I've seen amazing results on Mojo. We got so many guys using it, increasing their free T, increasing their testosterone. So it really is the lifeblood of the brand. So make sure your free T is dialed. It's so important now that T levels have dropped 30, 40%. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon.